Hi, I'm Rebecca Yesenow, an event planning manager.
Rebecca, how long have you been with the Hyatt Regency Santa Clara?
Just about 2 years.
And before that, where were you?
I was at the Hyatt Regency Greenwich.
For how long?
A little over 2 years.
Okay, so 4 years with the Hyatt, and what positions have you held?
I started as a catering admin, then I transferred to Santa Clara as an event planning coordinator, and now I'm an event planning manager.
Okay, so is that 2 properties, 4 years, and 3 promotions?
Yes.
Excellent, great. So in all this time, this great experience with Hyatt, what are you most proud of?
I think my growth is a really exciting thing to be able to kind of move within the same department and learn and then see what I like from other people and how they've developed me over this time. Working with the people in my department has been fantastic because we get to work with every single entity in the hotel. We touch each and every manager, each and every associate. We affect all of their jobs on a day-to-day basis, and it's really impactful to know that my work is reflected in their work as well.
That's great. So you talk about your growth as being something you're very proud of. Now you must be in a position, right, where you are probably mentoring some young leaders in the hotel, is that right?
Yes.
Is there any advice you would have for these young leaders, or maybe you would have some advice for a young Rebecca getting started 4 years ago? What could you have told yourself back then?
To really stay open-minded. You never know what's going to come your way, and having that open-minded attitude that you can really kind of work with anything, and you don't necessarily have to have such a structured path. And although I had one at the time, things went very differently than I would have expected, but I got to where I wanted to be, and I'm really happy with how I got here and what I've learned along the way.
What do you get excited about when you're coming to work? How do you know if you've had a good day?
I think the feedback that I get from my colleagues, whether it's the associates, the managers, the LC level, really getting the energy and the positive reactions from them when I come in with their smiles, their greetings. Everyone, is always so happy to kind of come in the morning. It really kickstarts the day, and it makes it really easy to want to be here.
So how do you find your motivation?
It's a good question. I have a lot of passion for what I do. I'm really proud of the events that we produce and the work that goes into it, and knowing that I've done my best for the event or for the hotel or for the client is really fulfilling for me.
I think that's very telling when you don't really have a quick answer for how you find your motivation. It probably means you don't have to search for it often. You know what I mean? It's just inside you. And you talked about some feedback from your colleagues. I'm going to remind you of some feedback from your clients. So this was Mr. Fritsch. He was with the dance convention that we put on recently, and he said about you, Rebecca was awesome. All of the staff at the hotel really went above and beyond to make our stay event spectacular. And there's another one here from Miss Brown, who echoed those sentiments and said, working with Rebecca was ideal. She understood my vision and helped execute a great event. How do you make such impactful connections with these clients?
For me, I just try to be as real with them as I want them to be with me. I'm open, I'm honest. I try not to have that wall that comes up. I don't want them to look at me as the hotel. I want them to look at me as an extension of their event and how I am able to put what they're envisioning onto paper and then essentially into the room. So for me, it's just really getting to know them will really tell you a lot about the people you're working with and what might actually make them happy. It's finding that need behind the need. They're not necessarily telling you exactly what you want, but if you get to know them well enough, then you can kind of learn, well, this is what I've learned about them, and here's what I think might actually really wow them in the process of planning their event.
Do you remember anything specifically about these 2 clients that may be like an aha moment or something that really connected with them? Because what's really exciting and difficult about your job is you deal with so many different personalities, right? You can't come at them all the same way. Do you remember anything about these two that might have stuck out as really getting through to them?
So with Miss Brown, she is a director of human resources. So she really doesn't work in the events world at all. And I remember when I started planning with her, she didn't know what she wanted to do. She was looking through the menus and seeing all these options, and she really needed a lot of guidance for the choices that she made. And she just kind of told me, you know, this is the theme that we want, here's the reception, here's the type of people that are coming. And then it was really great because I got to kind of run with that. And so we created a specialty cocktail for their bar as well, which sold like crazy, and people loved the themed stations that we made. So I was working with Chef, and we kind of customized some of our stations to be like different type of build your owns that we wouldn't necessarily have on our menus, but was a really great hit.
And everybody, she must have taken all the credit, right? Because everybody thought this was her event.
But that's how we want it. We want
great.
them to shine. That's really what's going to make them feel really great, is when they can shine in front of their people because it's successful for them and it's reflecting on them. And so as long as they're feeling really good from their perspective, then it's really going to reflect positively on the hotel.
Excellent. All right, so 4 years in, what do the next 4 years look like for you? What's in store?
I am really looking forward to continuing in the role that I have right now, maybe moving into a larger market. Right now I'm still working in short-term small market, but being able to develop and grow and take all the pieces that I'm learning here and continue to build on that foundation.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for your time, and good luck to you. You're going to do great.